31st District.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYNT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Justin Case. Tonight, the 31st District here in Kentucky has a new state senator representing Pike, Martin, Lawrence, Elliott, and Morgan counties. Today's special election was set up after former Senator Ray Jones won his campaign for Pike County Judge Executive. At times, the vote difference was around 100 or less. But as the final precincts reported, Philip Wheeler ended up the night with the win. Here's a look at what both candidates had to say. More than 11,000 people in 5 counties made their voices heard Tuesday. In the end, the race was decided by a little more than 500 votes in favor of Republican Philip Wheeler.
When I've represented my clients over the last 15 years, I've never asked them whether they have a D or an R behind their name. And I'm not going to ask if they have a D or an R behind their name when they come to me seeking help for their communities.
Wheeler says that mindset will help him understand the needs of the people he now represents. He says he already knows what his focus will be in helping people here in the mountains.
The water issue in Martin County, which has been, really devastating and a burden to its populace over there. Pike County has some issues with the landfill.
While many people saw this election as a referendum on Governor Bevin, it may have been more about President Trump.
Trump's still really positive here, and I don't know. I've already called and congratulated Philip, and we were friends before the race, and I feel like we're still friends, and whatever happens, I just hope it's best for Eastern Kentucky.
Ultimately, Pugh says both candidates in this race just want what's best for Eastern Kentuckians.
I think everybody involved in the race on both sides has a common goal that they wish the best for Eastern Kentucky. And, there's going to be another race in May and another one in fall, and life goes on.
Moving ahead after a hard-fought election. If the results are confirmed by the Secretary of State's office, that would mean the seat would be a flip in favor of Republicans, who currently have a supermajority.
Well, it was a cold Tuesday here across Eastern Kentucky. Notice when we take a look at the Mountain Almanac, 32 degrees, and our average, well, it is 21 degrees warmer than this time of year. Of course, the low temperature also cool. Notice the last 10 days, we started out really for the end of February in the 50s and 60s, and ever since March has arrived, we've been below average, like the Climate Prediction Center really predicted for the end of February. Of course, notice satellite radar. Here comes that light snow working through, and a light coating cannot be ruled out. We talked about how that northwest wind would influence some of these snow showers, and you can quickly see where this snow is setting up. Now, not everyone will see this, but we will watch for a few white spots on the roadways tonight as those temperatures continue to drop. We're already at 19 in Moorhead, 21 in Jackson, and 24 in Harlan. We'll continue to keep an eye on the radar trends, Justin, and have a full look at the rest of the weekend coming up in a few short minutes.
Andrew, thank you. And Cats fans, we have an update. The Kentucky Wildcats are back in action this evening on the road playing the Ole Miss Rebels. Kentucky trailed by 1 at the break at last check. The Wildcats led by 4 with just over 30 seconds to play. Sports director Marcus Browning will have more on this game coming up a little later on in sports. The trial of a man accused of murdering a former Everett's mayor has had a change of venue. Shelby Shell's murder trial was originally set to begin today in Harlan County Circuit Court. It will now be in Bell County Circuit Court starting Thursday after a change of venue. Police say in February of 2013, Shell murdered Ronnie King, a former Everett's mayor, and set his house on fire. In a jailhouse interview with WYNT just after his arrest, Shell claimed he was innocent. A man is behind bars after he allegedly held a knife to a Walmart employee's neck Tuesday morning. It all happened in Laurel County. 23-year-old Brad Lovett is accused of fighting a Walmart supervisor. When an employee came back to break it up, police say Lovett drew a knife and put it to their neck. He ran but was later captured. Lovett was transported to the Laurel County Detention Center. Medical marijuana advocates say they still have hope lawmakers will approve their bill. It's on the agenda for a House committee tomorrow, but they're running out of time. And as Garrett Weimer explains, that's the one thing advocates say they don't have.
For years now in Frankfort, advocates have pushed for medical marijuana. This session seemed different, promising. But then things stalled as the session dragged on.
It's lost steam in this short session. There's a lot of other things that are taking precedent over it right now.
Robert Matheny is the co-owner of Kentucky CBD Pharmacy in Nicholasville. This time of year, he spends a lot of time in Frankfort, too. He says advocates still have hope, encouraged by Representative Jason Nemes, one of the most outspoken of the 40-plus sponsors of HB 136, saying the House Judiciary Committee will finally vote on it.
There's a lot of hope. If it comes to a vote, we should pass. We got to get it to the vote.
But the House committee is only one step in the process, and with only 6 legislative days remaining during the short session, lawmakers and advocates alike know time is running out.
So this is basically the Hail Mary. We need to have it heard, or we're going to be talking about this in 2020. These people can't wait. This is life and death for a lot of people. This isn't anything about getting high.
Advocates say they know they still have work to do and plan on making sure lawmakers keep hearing them. Garrett Weimer, WYMT Mountain News.
3 other cannabis-related bills filed in Frankfort are stuck in committee. Those are SB 80, which would legalize recreational marijuana, SB 82, which would decriminalize marijuana possession, and SB 83, which would establish workplace protections for public employees using industrial hemp products. Health officials say vaping could partially be at fault for low attendance in schools. Whitley County Health Department officials say 1 in every 5 high school students and 1 in every 20 middle school students have picked up vaping. They say the lack of knowledge about the effects of vaping and especially sharing them among kids in schools could be making them sick.
It opens up the lung, especially the vapor, and that vapor makes them more prone and more susceptible of getting flu and other illnesses.
Staff say anyone needing more information on the harmful effects of vaping, they can contact the Whitley County Health Department. A scene that's played out all too often. Teachers out of the classroom and on the picket line last month. Teachers in Oakland, California, Denver, Colorado, and in West Virginia rallied for better pay. Some students missed more than a week of school, while other schools relied on substitute teachers. Could a strike like that happen here in Kentucky? Well, the answer is no, but as Victor Puente found out, teachers are ready to take serious action to get their point across.
It's a fight that's been brewing for years. Recently, the intensity has been turned up.
We've shown up, we've gone to town halls, we've written emails daily, we've called daily, we've taken our personal days and gone to Frankfort and had meetings.
Teachers in Kentucky, like those across the country, are opposing cuts to funding, cuts to benefits, and recently tax credits for scholarships to private schools. Yesterday, the group KY 120 United posted a letter where they referred to lines in the sand, lines they said could lead to a teacher strike.
Any kind of a tax credit or charter school funding, any alteration of our pensions, especially since they will not consider raising new revenue.
The group got enough teachers to call in sick last week. Fayette, Jefferson, and Madison County schools all had to close.
This is an absolute last resort for us. When we feel like all efforts are exhausted, that's where we'll have to go.
At a news conference Monday, a group of superintendents said a strike wasn't how they wanted to proceed.
We would prefer that not be the action taken. It's important for us to be in school right now, to continue to do what's right for our students every day.
The thought of not being there for our students is really the big one. That's what we love. We love going to work every day.
This map shows the states where it's legal for teachers to strike in red. As you can see, Kentucky isn't one of them, but neither is West Virginia, and they went on strike in February. Although it was technically a work action with superintendents closing school for 7 days. Bolander, a teacher at Henry Clay, told me they weren't sure if that would be the same action KY 120 would push for if things didn't change.
I guess we just have to hope they can't arrest us all.
Victor Puente, WYMT Mountain News.
Today, construction officially kicked off for the Appalachian Wildlife Center. The 80,000 square foot, 2-story building is being built on reclaimed mine land in Bell County. Officials made the deal to officially start construction. They say the complex will create thousands of jobs and allow huge economic development in the area. It's been a vision for the county for decades and a goal of David Ledford's for nearly 5 years.
And it's spectacular. I mean, right behind me is Cumberland Mountain. Virginia's on the other side of that. And then just that way is Cumberland Gap National Park is right there on top of the mountain. But yeah, and then Pine Mountain to the north. It's just a spectacular scenery. It's fantastic.
The goal is to complete the project in the next 18 to 20 months with a goal opening date of June of 2021. A small business owner here in Hazard is looking to get a boost for other dreamers. Joey McKinney owns Appalachian Apparel and is in contention for a small business grant from FedEx. If he wins it, he is hoping to create a space inside his shop for people to pursue their dreams. He wants to help those who want to pursue the arts have a place to come and mix their ideas with others.
My idea since I started here in downtown Hazard has been to create what I call like an Appalachian Dream Station, where anybody that has a dream, that has they want to work on, they want to learn a new art, they want to learn a new trade, things like that, they're able to come here and learn that free of charge.
That's awesome. We have ways to vote on our website. McKinney has until April 1st. Coming up at 11, the president signs a new executive order aimed at preventing veteran suicide. We'll take a look at the proposal and a look at the problem.
And the light snow chances continue, some of that now falling into Big Sandy. Those details are coming up.
What happens when you combine the region's best network with a plan that requires no money down on the phone you choose, but also allows you to upgrade to the latest and greatest phone quicker? You get the Appalachian Advantage. Get any device for $0 down and upgrade your smartphone once half your device payments are made. With a qualifying trade-in, choose a device payment plan, 6, 12, 18, 24, or 36 months. We'll leave that decision to you. Just another way Appalachian Wireless proves better service and bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless. Phone payment plan required. See store for details. Advantage requires no money down, taxes due at time of sale.
How do we make the future of energy ours? By knowing who we are, where we're going, by remembering the roads we've traveled, while developing new paths of our own. At Kentucky Power, we're working to generate new ideas and empower possibilities for us all. Shaped by who we are, where we live, and what we value, the future is ours to hold.